As the residents of Kasese municipality continue battling Nyamwamba floods, local authorities have vowed to open up the Kamlikwizi drainage channel that is holding too much water that has been diverting from the main course of the river. This comes at a time when Nyamwamba flooded and ended up destroying people's property worth millions of shillings and claiming two lives of individuals. One was identified as Massacre Trollpista, aged 40, and Mumbere Bright, aged 28. Mustafa Chikusa, who works as the Secretary for Disasters for Kasese District Local Government, says this is the time for the authorities to engage the locals in ensuring that they accept their houses to be demolished so that the Kamlikwizi drainage channel is expanded for their safety.
Kandulu silwangi no sura is the yosi kande government ikaya ko de chanwe okwabule mundu agolechi ayirinde kwa butaka bwe manya ute nyumba yuwene yite usarendaringe ulwemo tukaya ko le chano aba politicians barekerege mwa bindu ebyo aba civil servants tukoleseye kirahira ekyo chengamalahira abantu bano. He will be accountable.
He further indicated that there will not be compensation that will be made to anyone who is found that he built in the channel or near this channel.
Leader who does not join this crusade will be accountable, and any civil servant should be part of this to make sure we implement policy. No one should put in politics. We should save lives, and people should be responsible for themselves. They should not wait until they are told to vacate. For their security, not for the security of others.
State Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Honorable Kabyanga Godfrey, moved around Kasese municipality in monitoring how Nyamwamba floods affected the residents and making possible assessments and resolutions that will help to mitigate these floods that have continued devastating people's lives, especially in months of May and September, where rains are expected.
That's what I used to handle when I was mayor, because at least we managed to keep the river in this bridge and the Rukoki. But now the river has left the Rukoki channel. It's now looking for its original channel, because where the river is passing now is where it used to pass centuries ago. But because of alteration by Krembe mines, the river was diverted to go and cross from Rukoki. But where it is right now is its original channel. So now it's looking for the original channel. And you know, all the bangers that were put in place to divert it have all been destroyed. Now it has broken everything, and now it is directly in town. But it's a very, very pathetic situation, because I think people are at very high risk. Because all the river now, the whole volume is now in town, which is very dangerous. Like where we are now, if that bridge is swept, then the whole of Nyakasanga West and the whole of Saruti, people will be in total danger. So I have just talked to the contractors, the UCMID contractors, who have just repaired, who have just worked on this road. the liability period is still on, and I have talked to them to come and rescue the bridge, because if it goes, they will have to rebuild. But right now it's locked, but has very little space to allow water to go through. I think if they can come and desilt, the water will flow freely, because that's now the only residue the people have right now. As soon as that bridge is blocked and the water flows over it, the houses in Nyakasanga West and Saruti will open. So it is a pathetic situation. And we are hiring machines from Harara. We are getting, there is already an excavator here in Kasese. It is in Chondo, but there is no low loader. So what we are getting from Barara is a low loader, that vehicle which carries the excavator. So the machines are here and they belong to government, but we need a low loader. That's what they didn't have, and that's what we are getting from Barara, and it's already on the way. So we are going to sort out permanent solution to disasters, because these are natural disasters. They are not man-made. So you cannot have permanent solution. You only need to put mitigation measures, so that we minimize the occurrence and probably the magnitude with which these disasters happen. But we cannot prevent them, because they are natural. For instance, how do you stop the river from flooding? It's not possible. It's beyond human. It's beyond human control. But what we can do is to ensure, even if it floods, we have enough measures to safeguard the people. I think that's what we should do. And already the government is working on the river. They are trailing it and then building strong bunkers upstream. But they haven't reached this side. So we shall continue lobbying government, and we just pray that they get more money, add more money, so that they can work on the whole channel. But unless we work on that, the river will continue disturbing.
He, however, says that people should desist from constructing in water passages, and if they refuse, they will continue losing property and lives.
People have lost their lives. I think 2 police has confirmed 2 people now, but they say another 2 are missing. So they are still being hunted for along the road. So it is too pathetic. But my appeal to the people of Kasese is get away from the channel. Let us evacuate people from the channel, at least 200 meters from the channel, because we can't know what will happen at night. As soon as the volumes now increase, it will be another story. Because the volumes are still normal, but the river has left its channel to now to town. But now, if again the volumes increase slightly from that normal channel, it will be another story. So people should evacuate from the channel and go at least 200 meters away. But I am going to add my voice on what my colleagues, the leaders here, have already sent to Kampala, so that the office of the Prime Minister comes in immediately, and then you can see what follows next. But I think the long term is to build back the bunkers which were protecting the river from flowing into the settlement. That's what we can do.
Other leaders also commented on what could be done in ensuring that Nyamwamba floods are controlled once and for all. Here are the details.
Monde Rifaz is my name, district chairperson Kasese. Kasese as a district and as leaders, with the many things we have done to ensure that we mitigate the disasters. In the first instance, we have got short term, medium term, and long term. The short term was to ensure that we tell people to leave areas that are vulnerable and they move to their neighborhood where it is safer, where some are still even staying in the displaced people's camp, which is very unfortunate. But also we have also told people that they need to ensure that they work hard and make sure that they do all it takes to ensure that whenever they hear an abnormal sound of the rivers, they need to leave those places, the valleys immediately, in case they are doing any work there. Those are immediate. But the medium term, we have started on the growing of bamboo trees and other species of trees along the river valleys, which is both serving as medium term and long term. But also we have also talked to people to come up with other alternative livelihood income, like beekeeping, and under Ministry of Water and Environment through MIFA and WWF, they have supported people who are staying in the valley, around the valley side, and they have provided for those beehives. That is medium and also long term. But also I've emphasized on tree cover on the hills, which are neighboring the river valley, and to make sure that they plant trees. That's long term. But as a district, yesterday when I was just paying Kasese and also standing with the people who had lost their property as a result of the floods, I went to Biscam. I went up to Clem actually, stopped at the hospital. The upper part was okay. And when I came down to Chirenge, down to Biscam, up to Red Cross and these other places, I found it was terrible. And so immediately I called the Chief Administrative Officer, Mr. Biamungu, and also the Minister of Works and Transport, and also Mbarara UNURA offices. Immediately they released a machine to come and work, and also the one which we had organized locally. And so far at night, last night, 2 machines came. If you want to witness this, you can ask the chairperson LC1 of Beska. He will tell you, because I was with him, even when I called the cow, and I called the UNURA, and I called the Minister of Works and Transport, we were with him. And they promised that before 6 p.m. yesterday, that the machines would be here. And I want to report the machines came. But unfortunately, there are people outside there who have claimed that they are the ones who called as if they are in leadership. There is no way you can alert government and they give you response unless they know you are a leader. Those are just people who are trying to ride on what has been already laid as a foundation. But I want to thank the people of Uganda, the people of Kasese. They understand, they know who has done what. And at the end of the day, we want to see that we achieve. But tomorrow morning, I have a district executive committee which is sitting specifically to come up with resolutions that are going to help in addressing the floods in Kasese. I requested His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda to give us machines. Yes, we know our regional headquarters is in Mbarara for works and transport. But we are saying, since Kasese is vulnerable, we need to have those machines permanently placed here. And we are going to push for that. But that one is not even a solution. For me, I see the solution that is going to work, which I want to bring to my executive tomorrow, if they buy the idea, is that we need to create hills, small hills, like that one near this Bishop Nassans. That one was created as a result of water flowing to the town that was going to Sauriaku market, and they created that hill. So we want to ensure that we convince government and we create such a hills right from road barrier up to the airfield. Once we create such a hills like that one which is created in Cobalt, which was done, you all know that there was no hill there, but there is already a hill. So we want to suggest to government from that recommendation, and I know they will buy it because it is not even more expensive than the 17 billion which they have sunk in Kirem, which has not helped us much. So we want to make sure that once those hills are created, they will act as a barrier, and that will be a long-lasting solution.
Activities Of course, like I told you, we are now beginning to learn lessons on the mistakes we have been making and the interventions that we have tried to put in place. One of the issues we need to tackle is to have the community members driven away from the river banks, because most of them, especially in the Nyamwamba Valley, they have started creating channels which invite water from the river, because of course the river now is somehow flowing on the surface. So they are inviting water to irrigate their crops and have sustainable crop production. Not knowing that this is one of the problems that now amplify whenever it floods, amplifies destruction by the floods that we've been receiving. So, like we always go on Sunday, every Saturday and every Sunday, others go Friday, that we should keep telling people, creating awareness through radios, through community barazas, but also putting in action of tree planting and bamboo. Because even the bamboo that we planted, they have moved a meter towards what the people think is their land. We had asked for 100 meters, but they were able to give us 30 meters. But 30 meters is enough to have these people be driven away. So next will be now on the irrigation activities. What do we do also to drive them or to stop them from cultivating? This is something that needs again our district leadership to stop completely the people who are doing this. We are moving there.